Hello.
How are you?
Just starting my day. How are you?
Tired. Um, welcome everybody to a delayed. What is this? The Commentary Zone Noontime Edition, minus 10 minutes. Okay, y'all, welcome. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up. I know we're a little late today. I was late scheduling the show, so it is what it is. But we love you for it. Good morning. As you come in, give us that thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow us on Twitter, yada, yada, yada. Ah, all right, on the docket today, we have um, we're continuing the tell all Sister Wives, season 16, episode 12, one-on-one part 2. What'd you take away from this episode?
Nothing. It was a nothing burger.
It just felt like it was very repetitive.
Yeah,
Unless I saw one too many promos.
you didn't. They said nothing. Zero. I was like, it was an easy watch. Don't get me wrong, but like, I have a question. This is how much I really wasn't paying that much attention. Was Mary even in the episode?
I think she had one sentence.
Okay,
Or
that's what I thought. I'm like, was Mary here?
she was hardly there. There was a lot of boohooing and snotting of Robin.
The sobbing of Robin. Yeah, I was annoyed by that.
It was a lot. And what happened to Robin? Like, I know we all aged. Like, my face got fatter, my neck got rolls. Um, but Robin, like, you aging out, girl. Unless all the stress of having Kody around is doing this to her.
I think it's the stress. But I will say that I learned like one or two things, but it wasn't something I couldn't have learned like next episode. To be honest,
Mm.
because I'll just start off with the dynamic between because the what's the lady's name? I can't recall her name right now. The interviewer. She
Suki.
asked. Thank you. It was an S. So she was asking Janelle and Christine about their relationship with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was funny because Janelle broke it down to where like, well, when I married Kody, Christine married Kody a year later. So
Mm-hmm.
they were like, we were raising kids together. I'm like, well, that makes sense, just like children. You have Mary, who's the oldest sister, then you have Janelle, and then you have the Irish twin in Christine. So it makes sense that they quote unquote grow up together and be the closest of the lot. And then you have Robin, who came in like what 10 years later. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, if this were like a traditional household where the parents had the children, Robin would be in the house by herself, and then she wouldn't be that close to her siblings because of the age gap. So it makes sense that Robin would be kind of like the odd one out. But that being said, I wonder how Kody presented Robin to the family.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that makes a difference on how you present somebody.
But you know what else was different too? She was the only one who did not move into the house upon marriage. Remember, she living like a couple streets away in
Mhm.
Utah. So she's never actually lived in the house as a sister wife. She's always been separate,
That's
and
right.
that didn't help the families blending. Yeah, Cody's saying over and over again that, and Robin's also saying it too, that I asked my kids to respect this family, respect Kody as their father, and merge these families. But girl, you never lived in that house in Utah under the one family roof. You've never done that, and you was living a couple blocks away, and then y'all moved to Vegas and you had your own house. So the dynamics not going to be the same. And as much as she's chirping about, I want a polygamous relationship, I want plural marriage. You never went through what these other three wives did. Just saying.
No, she didn't. So
Mm-hmm.
her experience is not going to be the same,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the
And
thing.
the bond is just not there. He's kept her separate,
Right. And
whether
that's
it
it.
be knowingly or unknowingly. He has separated her.
Right. And he made her a target too, because because Asuki asked Robin, like, do you used to like I'm the easiest target? And she's like, do you feel that way? She's like, well, yeah. I'm like, well, and she's like, why do you feel that way? She's like, because I'm the only one who gets along with Kody. I'm like, well, and it's not just that. It's just the you until this season. I don't. She never really made an effort with Janelle or Christine.
Ow.
Cause I think in her she felt some sort of way in her mind. Like they were like Cody said, called them like a little clique. I'm like, are you serious? Come on now.
Robin aligned herself with the head wife, Mary. She didn't care about the
Mhm.
other two.
Right.
She didn't care about dungeon wife, and she didn't care about working wife. She aligned herself with the head bitch in charge. Well, head bitch in charge fell out of favor, so you shit out of luck because the other two stuck together because Christine raised like 19 of them children all by herself.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. And I did like the segments with Christine. It seemed like it was really Christine centric last night, and she was just talking about her relationship with Kody, her feelings of being a basement wife. We revisited that. Um, and her current relationship with Kody and how she says that we are divorced. I don't believe in that church, so I don't really care what the elders say. And Kody saying we were married by these elders in the church. Um, what did he say? What God says will
God
happen.
was sort. Yeah. God sorted. He said basically he said God will sort it out at the
I
end.
know. So he, in his head, he's like, okay, she might not be here, but she's still my wife because the church, because I still believe in the church. I don't care that she doesn't believe in the church, but I still believe in the church and we're still married because they haven't broken the covenant,
Mhm.
which
Christine said I'm free. I don't know what you got going on.
exactly. He's so bitter.
Oh, he big man.
And then when he was talking about his feelings for Janelle, the lady Suki was
Oof.
asking him, "So are you in love?" And he's like,
Oof.
"I love Janelle." And that she was like, Janelle was like, um, "We're good. I'm not gonna talk about that." I was like, "Wait, what?"
Right.
And then Christine was like, "She doesn't need Kody to fill her tank," and I'm like, "So then what's filling her tank?" I wouldn't be surprised if she's a lesbian.
Christine said she's filling her own tank. I'm like, okay.
Either that
So,
or she's got a healthy supply of toys.
but what did you think about when Suki asked, like, "Are you in love with Janelle?" He's like, "I love Janelle." She's like, "No, no, 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 back up. Are you in love with Janelle?" And he kind of got stuck. I'm like, "Oops."
He got stuck and then tried to shift like topics, try to shift gears. It was weird. He doesn't love any of these women. I don't even think he loves Robin. She's just the most convenient because she doesn't argue. Let's just
Mm,
like Kody don't even like himself.
true. And did you know the smile that was coming across Christine's face when she said, "Oh, Cody and I are divorced"? I'm like, "Ooh, you really holding back not to just smile right now."
She's in a better place. She's finally happy. And she did admit that she has struggled with jealousy throughout. This isn't a new thing. And that's why, like, if you have jealousy, right, I don't think these relationships can work for you.
No, not at all.
So gross, so gross. um his eternal wife, like God, is gonna make her hang out with him forever. Sounds like punishment for her. Oh, jeez. So Stephen says he didn't marry for love. He did it to get into heaven, according to Kody. That I couldn't do that. I thought that there was some basis of love here with all of these relationships, and now I'm just like totally disillusioned. You So you marrying me so that you could get into a higher level of heaven or something? You don't even like me or respect me? Like, huh? That's why I'm single.
And then Cody, it was funny. Cody talking about like how the struggle with Janelle's kids and how they're not on good terms. And then Janelle confirmed like the relationship between the boys and Cody are strained.
She
Like
says several of his children, not just hers, several of his children. They got mad problems with him. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the kids who had problems is Christine older kids. They can't be liking how Kody handled that.
no,
And then because she raised all the kids and all of them are like, whatever Christine doing, we doing, if he hurts Christine, that's gonna hurt them. This is
right.
not washing well for him.
No, because you can't like I think was it Janelle said yes, it was Janelle. She said like her kids orbit around Christine almost just as much as they orbit around her because she was the one who was pretty much their caretaker while they were growing up, like while Janelle was working.
Hmm. Let's see. I think if Kody would treat all wives equal, then jealousy wouldn't be much of an issue. Kody will kiss Robin in front of everyone, but not even hold a hand with others. I'd be pissed too. Oh, Barbie, for real? Chill. Oh my God. Hey, Susan, you're not late. We were late today too. The kids are always described by who their mama is. Even he refers to the children as Christine's kids or
That's a problem for
Janelle's
me.
kids.
That's a problem for me. That makes no sense.
And he repeated that nonsense about 18 and under, the moms have a responsibility to their children, but once they're over 18, they need to get out and their allegiance is to me. And he was still ranting on about loyalty. He sounded so crazy.
They don't respect
Think
my
that perm
leadership.
juice is getting to his head?
I'm like, when he said like they don't respect my leadership, I'm like, where is it? Like, show it to me.
Show me a good decision that you've made in these 16 seasons. Show me. How did they allow this in their church? Like it okay, so in their church you can marry multiple times, but don't you have to be like shown as someone who one is emotionally equipped to manage multiple wives, multiple relationship dynamics? Shouldn't you be like shown that you can be a leader of your family, financially responsible for your family? Like, isn't there any guidelines? This is no bueno. Hmm.
He doesn't do anything. That's the problem. He doesn't do anything to push the family forward. Everything he's done, for, at least from what I can see, has taken the family backwards.
Steven says Cody's clueless, has no clue how to respect a woman. I can agree with that.
He's selfish. Let's call a thing a thing. He's extremely selfish. Like when he speaks about the family, it's all him, 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 I. It's nothing about the family.
You notice when he said the reason why we bought such a big piece of land in Coyote Pass was so that all the children could come back home? But you said once they're over 18, they get out. So come back home to what? You don't want them there. It's just very weird.
Right? He wanted Janelle's kids to move out so he can come over. I'm like, are you serious?
That's okay. So Steven said that's what Lie Cody was trying to pull off in the beginning. That's why they left the church, right? Oh wait, they did. They left the church. I thought he used to hold his own church services when they were in Vegas. I haven't seen those church services since, but in Vegas, didn't he used to hold church service? Like he was still part of the church? I don't know. Hmm.
But remember, he said he still believes in the faith. She doesn't. She left the church. That's what it
Oh.
was. She probably just sat in because out of respect. But I think when he was doing them, she was still in the faith. I think what happened when maybe when they left Vegas, she kind of just like was like, nah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the emancipation of Christine. My God.
Yeah, she just don't care no more.
Mm. Anything else happen on this episode?
No, this was like I said, this was a very easy watch. There was nothing to it. I didn't learn anything. It was like a really really fast 40 minutes.
Mm.
I don't know what to say because what was there anything that was pertinent or kind of new? It was nothing there. If you really go back to the episode, like we can go through real quick, like each character in the show because there was just so much not there. Like for example, Kody. We know that he's not a good leader. He plays favorites like no other. He has a lot of issues with his children. Like he's estranged with a lot of them. He doesn't refer to the Watch children as their children. It's always Christine's children, or or Janelle's children. It's never like our children. Like he doesn't say like me and some of my children are having issues.
Wait, speaking of that, what did you think when Cody said that the Janelle's kids, namely Garrison and Gabriel, have a lack of respect for him and they all need therapy?
I'm like, no, you need therapy.
He doesn't do well in therapy. Remember when he went with Mary?
Oof, that was tragic.
And he said that he saw. Okay, so even Janelle admitted this that her boys lied. She said that they were complying with COVID rules, and then she said, but they lied. And then Kody said, I saw them on their social media breaking the rules. How do you expect me to go there?
Right. I was like, that's not a good look for you guys. Sorry.
That was one part of the night that I was on his side
I
because,
was.
okay, Janelle, stop lying for your boys. Mm-mm.
So that's Cody, and then for Mary, she just really wasn't there. I don't remember what she said. Robin, she was just boohooing, crying for no reason. Sorry, ma'am. If you're boohooing, crying, it's because yourself. Because if Christine leaves, that's more time Cody's gonna spend at your house. That's why she crying. Sorry.
No, I think she's crying too because she is getting blamed for a lot. And for quite a while there, she was getting away with everything. She was not blamed for anything, but now it's all come crashing down. Um and she doesn't like being stuck in that spot, and she doesn't have anyone in her corner because Mary is the bad wife.
Mhm.
And she never made friends with the other two. And that part where she was like, when they was talking about Christine leaving, and she's like, what can I do? I can, I can try to influence, I can try to beg, I was like, wait, what?
Right.
You could do what? Only a number one wife would talk like that.
Right.
It was just weird. Her whole segment was weird. Let me see. Kody is clueless, has no clue how to respect a woman. Um, okay, let's see. I lost my place here. Okay, so Steven says he still thinks that Robin got more than what she bargained for, and that Kody thinks that everything is about him. That would be the biggest waste of money in this family is sending Kody to therapy. Not
Yeah.
gonna work.
Mm-mm.
I would make him pay child support on those kids. Susan, he with what money? Oh my God. Montana says, hi all, no tears for Robin. Absolutely none. None.
Oh,
Um,
how much she trying hard.
and then Steven says Kody should get therapy to forgive Mary. We tried that, remember? In Vegas.
But you know how Robin, when she was trying to cry, kept looking up at the lights.
Mm-hmm.
She tried. She was trying to get those tears to come. That's what you do. What you do when you try to force the tears and they don't come. If you have enough, at least a little bit of water on your eyes, and you look up at the light, that should make you cry because the light will reflect on the water in your eyes to create more tears. It didn't work for her though. She didn't have enough enough liquid built up on her eyes. So good try, Robin. We see you.
Robin was a mess last night. A hypocritical mess. Who's next? You did Kody, you did
Janelle.
Robin, Janelle. Janelle had a few little issues yesterday. I'm sorry.
Mm,
Discussing her relationship with Kody, her
right.
kids lying, um, and then when she said about Christine leaving, she said something like she felt that Christine was letting her situation now color her feelings because it was all in relation to the basement wife thing. Because she said Christine never said anything before. Christine been talking about basement wife for a while, hasn't she?
That's what I thought.
But anyway, the two besties, Janelle was like, she never said nothing before. That's her issue. I feel like her leaving now is she's letting her current feelings color um how she feels about them. I'm like, that makes no, of course. What are you trying to invalidate how she feel? And what she left because she wanted to, she was tired of y'all foolishness.
Right. And she wasn't getting no sex. She's like, oh, shit, I'm still young. I still got it going on. I'm not gonna deal with this. And I think in my heart of hearts, I just feel like Christine just didn't want to become Mary.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want to become dried up.
Yes, Ryan, we did start late. I kind of got backed up this morning, so we did start late. Um, Steven says driest Kleenex ever. Oh my god. Oh my god. Um, yes, we were all 10 minutes late today. Yep. No worries, Ryan. There was nothing much in this episode, so we really didn't. It was just like a repeat, a regurgitation of all these issues and footage from the season. Um, Montana says this episode softballed Kody and Robin. Hmm. Okay, so Gina says, doesn't any one of them realize how hard it was on Christine to take care of 12 kids and one in her belly? Janelle never heard her say anything before because she was never home.
That's a good
I don't
point.
think they had that close of a relationship either until later years.
Probably not.
Because Janelle did say that Mary had a hard time when Janelle came into the family. Janelle had a hard time when Christine came into the family. And then they all had a hard time when Robin got there. Um, yeah, Ryan, I forgot to schedule the show. So I kind of scheduled it just after noon for 10 past noon. So you haven't missed anything. This was a boring episode.
It was
Uh,
tragic. Let's talk in. It was tragic.
eh.
This could have been 15 minutes. Literally, this could have been 15 minutes.
Steven says Kody can have relations, but the women are supposed to become asexual servants.
Mm.
Interesting. So he's supposed to just come over there and rut and then go about his business? Like, I don't know if I'd feel comfortable with that. Like, if he doesn't love me, why would I want him around me?
Exactly.
Maybe I'm just seeing this through like a monogamy perspective and not because I don't understand the plural perspective. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just not getting it. I sound stupid. I'm just not. Janelle actually worked and brought in money. Yes, she did.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Kody used to work at the beginning. And then y'all told us that Mary worked too, and Christine was the one who stayed at home and was the caretaker. Ryan says, "What more is there to talk about in part three? Not a damn thing.
Agreed.
It was the Robin show, and that's probably why it was so boring."
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to agree with that one. It was the Robin show.
Kody can just be a king. BS.
It was just an eventful episode. I mean, I think that this is over. We don't need a part three.
We don't. We didn't even need part two if they had edited it right.
True.
But I guess this again, it's sweeps month, so they're trying to make the most out of it. Um, what do you think about Suki? I like her.
I like her a lot. She's doing a good job. A
Do
very
you
good
see
job.
her on other franchise, like not other franchises, on other shows for like the tell-alls and stuff like that?
I could see her because she does it really really well.
Okay. Well, let's hope. Let's hope and pray. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, y'all. That was the boring episode. Sister Wives, season 16, episode 12, one-on-one part 2. Part 3 will be this Sunday, and then this season will be over. Thank goodness. Tomorrow, Jamal, are you gonna watch what is it, Thousand Pound Friends?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do that tomorrow. I have to watch that tonight as well. Um, have you got a chance to look at Adults Adopting Adults?
No, I haven't. How was it?
I watched the first episode, and like I was telling the mods earlier, I'm intrigued.
Oh, okay. If you're intrigued, that's something.
I sat there, I was just like, wait, what is this for real? And the worst of the worst hasn't come on yet.
Oh, okay.
The semi-normal ones were in that first episode.
Gotcha.
But Jaja Gabor's husband, he's coming up in the second episode. Oof.
Wow.
Oof. I don't know.
And Montana says the Suki was way too sympathetic to Kody and Robin.
They're trying to spin a narrative. I don't think any of us are buying it, much like their children. We're not buying it.
Mm-mm. And Ryan, did you watch Thousand Pound Best Friends? What did you think? Oh, Ryan, we heard it's good, so we're gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. So hopefully I'll get my act together with scheduling the show. But yeah, it seems like from what Trey and Black Lavender are telling us, it seems like it's a nice show. So um my interest is peaked. I want to see.
Same.
Susan's so creepy. I have to watch the adult thing. It's creepy. It is very creepy, and we haven't seen the weirdest ones yet. Um I don't know. One of the black couple, that was the creepiest one for me. I ain't gonna lie. And then the lady who was adopted, she's an accountant, her husband's a lawyer or something like that. And she wants that couple to adopt her, even though her adoptive mother is still sort of in the picture. Um, she need therapy. She do.
Mm,
She doesn't need to adopt these other people. Um, and they need to stop calling her children their children. Uh-uh. It's just flat out weird. It does not make sense. These people need help.
gotcha.
um so yeah, okay guys, this was a boo-boo episode. Sorry that we didn't have any more for you.
I'm
um
sorry. I'm sorry the show didn't have any more for us either. Just saying.
I know, maybe we can once Sister Wives is over, we can throw in like adopting adults and
Probably, yeah. That makes sense.
yeah, because I want to hear your feedback first before we add it to the discussion.
Okay,
You might not like
I'll be
it.
honest.
Yes, yes, I can trust you to be honest. um so guys, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. um okay, so Gina says the adopted getting adopted is super weird and is so mean to do to the people that actually raised you. I need more information on why her and her mom fell out. I might have missed it. And I don't know. Mm, let's hate watch that one together. um, I'm waiting to see Jaja's ex-husband with that little fella that he's trying to adopt, because I'm getting the vibe that much like the dude who is trying to adopt the pregnant girl from Austria, I'm feeling like there might be some other feelings other than parental involved, which is grossly inappropriate.
Mhm.
I don't know. Alarm bells are ringing for me with some of these potential adoptive parents or something. Interesting. All right, y'all. Let's come back here tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, and we can talk about 1,000 pound friends. Any final thoughts, Jamal?
No, we're good.
Alrighty. So until next time,
Of course.
all right. Bye.